One day, under the warm autumn sunlight in a peaceful small town, a local philosophy professor, renowned for his unique and creative teaching methods, made a special visit to an elementary school. The sky was clear blue, and a gentle breeze rustled through the vibrant yellow leaves, creating a friendly and lively atmosphere. On that day, he entered the classroom with eyes sparkling with mystery and a large empty glass jar tucked under his arm. His appearance immediately captured the attention of the students, filling the room with excitement and anticipation. It was clear that this would not be an ordinary school day. He placed the jar on the old wooden desk in front of everyone, the sunlight making the glass shimmer brilliantly. From beneath the desk, he pulled out a pile of large stones, each about the size of a fist, heavy yet naturally beautiful. Carefully and patiently, he began placing each stone into the jar. The soft clink sounds, creating a quieting effect in the room. The students sighed with relief as they saw there was no more space left. The professor turned to the class and asked in a warm voice, "Is the jar full now?" The students nodded and agreed, their eyes showing a newfound understanding mixed with surprise. Next, the professor took out a bag filled with colorful pebbles and began pouring them into the jar, gently shaking it so the pebbles rolled into the gaps between the stones. The sound of the pebbles falling echoed softly, creating a pleasant rhythm in the classroom. This time, he asked with a tender look in his eyes, "Is the jar full now?" Some students began to grasp the deeper meaning of the lesson and hesitated, but many still agreed that the jar was full, their faces showing a blend of surprise and gradually dawning comprehension. Not stopping there, he continued by taking out a bag of fine yellow sand and poured it into the jar. The tiny grains filled every remaining space between the stones and pebbles, creating a smooth layer. For the third time, he asked in a calm, resonant voice, "Is the jar full now?" This time, the students started to realize there was still space left, and many replied that perhaps it wasn't full yet, their curious and thoughtful eyes clearly reflecting their growing insight. Finally, the professor took out a clear glass jug of water and poured it into the jar, causing the sand to become saturated. The water filled every tiny gap between the sand grains. Only then did he agree that the jar was truly full, a satisfied smile appearing on his face. He looked at the students with gentle eyes and explained, "I want you to understand that this jar represents your life. The stones are the important things like family, health, and friends. The things that if everything else were lost, your life would still be full. The pebbles are other important things like your job, your house, your car. The sand represents the small stuff, the trivial things." He continued, "If you put the sand or the pebbles first, there's no room for the stones. Similarly, in life, if you spend all your time and energy on the small stuff, the daily to-dos, and the mundane tasks, you'll never have room for the things that truly matter. The stones are your foundation, your main pillars, your family, your health, your dreams, and passions. If you don't prioritize these, you may find that you've left out the most important parts of your life." He concluded powerfully, yet emotionally. Make sure you put the stones first. They are your foundation, your main pillars, your family, your health, your dreams. Don't let the pebbles or the sand, the secondary tasks and trivialities, take precedence over them. In the end, it is the stones that will give value and meaning to your life. As he finished his lecture, the room fell silent, with only the sound of leaves rustling outside the window. A creative student, a girl with mischievous eyes and a bright smile, raised her hand and asked, "Professor, what about the water? Where does that fit into our lives?" The professor smiled warmly at her insightful question and replied, "Ah, the water represents the unexpected, the unplanned moments, like a cup of coffee or tea with a friend, moments of joy, relaxation, and connection with others." No matter how busy you are, there's always room for small moments of happiness, relaxation, and connection. He continued calmly. In life, we often have to balance our priorities, trying to fit everything into the limited hours of the day. We easily get caught up in the hustle and bustle, letting the small tasks make us forget what's truly important. Our jar, our life, is not infinite. It only has so much space. If we choose to fill it first with sand and pebbles, the mundane and peripheral, we leave no room for the stones, the things of real value and meaning. With a compassionate look, he advised, "Focus on your stones first. Your family, your health, your passions, and your dreams. These are the aspects of your life that, when everything else is stripped away, will still leave you fulfilled and happy. Make time for those you love. Care for your physical and mental well-being, and pursue your passions fearlessly. And while doing so, never forget to make room for learning, growth, and kindness." The water represents the unexpected moments, the shared joy, the laughter, and the happy times. No matter how full life seems, there's always room for these connections, relaxation, and being present. He finished with a heartfelt message. Balance the stones, the pebbles, the sand, and the water harmoniously so that your life becomes rich and brings true joy. Don't just count the days. Make the days count. Live a full life, rich with experiences that you truly cherish. Prioritize your stones and make every moment meaningful. The students sat quietly, their eyes bright with understanding and a deep appreciation for today's lesson. The classroom remained filled with a peaceful and contemplative atmosphere under the vast blue sky of the autumn afternoon. Thank you for listening. See you next time. And remember to prioritize your stones and make every moment precious.